Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful Fibercast. Today's date is August 30th, 2019. My name is Lynn Marquidant, and I'm your host. Let's get this party started. We are updating some jeans. We have a new camera, so let's see if this works. I'm here in the studio, here in Hopkinton, Mass, and I'm so glad you could join me. There we go. Okay, it's a little bit far away, but at least we're together. So I hope you've had a great week. Here are the jeans that I am updating. They are just about 2 inches, if that, maybe 1.5 inches too short. And so I brought them home from Jeanne's house. And yes, I'm shortening jeans, a play on words. And I hope you can see this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to make a pretty patchwork out of these batiks for the inside, and then the outside will be this dark blue batik. And I thought I'd extend it about 4 inches, and then Jeanne can, if she wants, turn it up and show. Actually, I'm going to take this one out because it's too much like the dark, and show the patchwork underneath. So that's the goal. Grab your project and let's see what we can accomplish together tonight here on Fibercast. Okay, that's where we go to the commercial now. And I'm tempted to try and move the camera back so that you can see my sewing machine work. So hold that thought, grab your things. I'm just walking away so I can move the camera and back it up. Let's see if that way you can see a bit of the sewing machine along with the quilt in the background. What do you think of the quilt? Isn't that pretty? I found this in my undone quilt project, so I have to get moving on that and just finish it up. I started that years ago, and with my sister, and she of course finished hers. I can remember a picture of TJ, her dog, half golden, half yellow lab. TJ was a love, and I can picture TJ lying on her finished quilt, just like that. Time flies. Okay, so first things first, what I'm going to do is cut each cuff off, believe it or not. I need to put my glasses on. Fibercast, we're in our 6th year of filming, and for anyone who might just be joining us, this is just meant to be a community of like-minded, creative types getting together on a Friday night to enjoy some sewing. It's not training. It's really come as you are, and wherever you are, just tune in and say hi to me and to each other. Okay, so I'm just going to cut them both off. Where's the other one? And I'm so glad you could join. We've been having a bit of a challenge with Google, but thanks to several of you who sent me ideas, I am trying to do this recording from a new camera without encoder software, and then I will save the file and then post it to YouTube so that at least we get to say hi today while it's still August 30th on YouTube. And I'm still working on the encoder software, but for tonight, this is what we'll do. Okay. So I've cut both of those off. Now what I want to do is get my beautiful sewing machine, which I can't wait to tell you, Susan and I went down and had some lessons on it. I have this whole bag for my Bernina things. Book of Big Feet. We played with feet for the Bernina, like pin tuck and cording feet, And there's so much this machine can do, and I'm really excited to try it. I might even try a piece of clothing. But what did I come over here to get? I guess nothing. Okay. So, I thought these batiks were so pretty that I'm going to sew them in strips. And then, like I say, put a cuff, cut them in 2 4-inch pieces. I'm gonna try 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to sew them all together. Oh, let me get that going. You know what? Let's do it. Trying not to waste any fabric. Let's get. So we'll do 1. No, let's just sew it all together. We'll use it. Oh, this is classic, isn't it? Okay, let's figure out 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do half of one of these. There's that. Put that aside. It is so fun playing in scraps like this. Just seeing what your imagination can come up with. Ooh, see, these are shorter. So these I'm going to sew 4 together, just so that they're ready. My Bernina machine always makes that noise the first time it gets going. Oh, and I've got it set to do knots. I can change that in my settings. Let's see. And turn the knots off. Although it's a great feature. Okay, done. Oh, see how it didn't do the knot? I missed the knot. Oh, there it does the knot. Now that's good live pod. To knot or not to knot. Somehow I have it set up to knot sometimes and not knot other times. So I've just spent many hours trying to figure out the encoder software. And so far I have not figured it out. I have been in touch with someone at Google, but of course they don't currently support a process to see my screen. So we chatted, we tried to solve the problem via chat, where I can't even send a screenshot. They don't allow that. So then we switched over to email, and my support person basically said, goodbye, nice to know you, watch for me in email, and never sent me an email so I could send screenshots. And I think what is happening, so it's always good, even though there are a lot of limitations to the support, just by talking to someone through that process, I was able to eliminate some things and narrow down what I think is going on. And what I think has happened is it's almost like a case of having too many options that I tried. And I'm a hunt and pecker. I don't solve problems thinking it through. I say, let's try that route. And if that doesn't work, I try this. And if that doesn't work, I try that. So it can work in a rapid situation because you're always adjusting and figuring things out. With software, once I go down that path, I might make a tweak and then I come back and I go this path, but because of that tweak, I can't I've goofed myself up over here. So I think what happened was several weeks ago, I used one PC and I successfully recorded a YouTube. Is this right? I successfully recorded a YouTube video and then I posted it. That's the one where I'm up close and I'm saying hi. Then the next week I tried to do it and I couldn't get that. I tried to maybe go back to Classic Studio for recording and didn't allow me. So then I downloaded Open Broadcast Studio, and in there's literally a streaming key. And for any of you who stream video regularly, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, she doesn't know what she's doing. And it's true, I don't know what I'm doing. So a few weeks ago, I set up this software and I put in my ingestion key for YouTube. So I was telling the software, once you record me, go send that recording to my YouTube channel. Well then, when we were on the vineyard and I tried to similarly do that, I think the PC that I had set it up on was very slow. And it was taking too long to work through the studio software and send the stream to the ingestion software. So we gave up on that. Then I tried it again last week using another PC, and I downloaded another copy of this encoder software, and I think that it still thought it was on the first PC. So now I've got two PCs with two sets of ingestion software, with two keys telling it to go to YouTube channel. And then I've got two YouTube accounts, one in my name and one in Simply Colorful. And one of the PCs is still acting very slow. The other one, Windows, is about to lose its update. And it goes on and on. So I finally contact Google, but I get Google Ads instead of Google AdSense, neither of which I really needed. I needed someone from Creator Studio who proceeded to say, well, why don't you use the Creator Classic and just do your streaming? And I'm like, a month ago you turned that off. I can't. I would love nothing better than to go back to what I was using. Can I show you? And then I say to him, can I show you a screen? Any way we can share our screen and show you a screenshot? Oh, we don't do that here. So thank you to my sister Karen, to Becca, to those of you who have offered suggestions. Right now, the saga is we are doing this from YouTube. I believe we're live, but it's unlisted, so that I think maybe not many people are seeing it, but I don't really know. Because it can, then you have to laugh. This is very funny. Because then my eyesight is so bad that I can't see at all over there what's happening. All I see is a little red light. So I think it's on. So we'll try this. We'll see if we can upload it so that at least tonight, by 8 p.m., someone has something to look at. But aside from that, how'd you like to play? Aside from that, it's been a wonderful weather week here. We've just had a little bit of rain, but I hope where you are it's been nice. And this is such easy sewing, making strips like this out of beautiful fabric. And then we'll give it a good press. And probably instead of using interfacing, I might use two pieces of the blue, because the blue is going to be, that should provide plenty. And we'll get to use a new foot from our machine. There's literally a jeans foot. Because this is thicker. The jeans fabric is thicker. So we'll see how that goes. Made my first buttonhole last night. You can literally, through the creative, it will recommend what kind of buttonhole to make based on what kind of fabric you have, which is quite cool. Anyway, what's new in your world? I hope you're doing something creative. Hope you're happy. Happy, happy. Take your happy pills. One more. Let me get this ready. Okay, that is ready. I found my quilt that's behind me when I was looking for this batik. This fabric is one that I got down at Missouri Star back when we went there last winter. So if I do, and it's wide, it's the 118 inches, I think, although maybe it doesn't look that wide. But I don't need anything that big. I just need to get started. Oh, and I hate to do it, but I am going to do it, because this will make a nice backing for a quilt. I was going to say this quilt, but I don't think so. It might. So all I'm doing for the sake of simplicity is I'm cutting a rough piece. Okay, that's all we need. Let's put all of that aside. So who laughed last week when I asked if Julia Child ever had technical difficulties? I made myself laugh, and I thought of that in bed that night, and I wondered if I was the only one who laughed. Because you do know, or maybe you don't, but I'll tell you, I got my start in a kitchen, in my mother's kitchen, making chocolate chip cookies many years ago in front of a stainless steel toaster. And I would pretend that was the camera. Just like Julia Child was doing in the PBS studios all those many years ago in the 1970s, dare I say it. And for those of you who might have missed the last stream, which I would not be surprised given our technical difficulties, I was lamenting about how frustrating the technical difficulties were, and I wondered, I suspect Julia Child didn't have to deal with her own technical difficulties. I bet she had producers. She's just the talent. How gorgeous. All the frustrations aside, this is why I do what I do. Isn't that pretty? It smells good. It's so crisp. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it across 4 times and then sew 2 together. So let's put those aside and see how we can measure this. Okay, line it up. Actually, I might go over to 1/4 of an inch. I don't want to leave anything to chance. Okay, always cut that. And then while we have this, okay. Now, what does that measure? 5 1/2, so let's, no, 10 1/2, so let's do 5 1/4. Okay, so now we have 4 pieces there, and then if we turn that around and this around, sew those together, and those will go on each leg. And I am going to turn that knot back on because I like having the knot. There we go. So, might be kind of cute to cut these up the side. That would make, I bet that would make Jeanne laugh. But would she wear them? I was thinking if I cut it up the side a little bit, she could wear them with boots. She tried them on, and they, you know, they're just like that much too long, too short. Oh good, so we have plenty here. The question is, do we just use that? Or do we use that and this? Let me show you this. So that would be that, and then you could, depending on what you wanted to do, you could bring it up. I think either way, decisions. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to iron this and think about it. Because I'm really not sure. I have to figure out just how much length she needs. Well, why don't we think on that, and let me see who's out there. I think I might have a couple of pictures to share with you. So the jeans, they're going to look pretty no matter what we do. I think I might do this, and then you can turn it up and see that if you want. Or I could do this and then do this here. Well, let me see who's out there. I know Becca has sent some cool pictures. Let's see if we can get those. Hi, Carol. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Dawn. Okay. Winter Memories flannel quilt. So Becca is working to update one of her UFOs, and I just love this. And what a great reminder that Christmas is coming. Isn't that great? I really love the colors in that. I even like the background that it's a little lemony, yellowy green. She says, the inner part of this quilt top is together, yay. It will have 3 small borders, cream, tan, and the green pine cones. Then a wider outer border of greenery on a tan background. She says she started it in 2016. Does that sound familiar? I bet that's when I started this one too. The panel was printed wonky, she says. The flannel is very stretchy, and she decided to change the layout of the blocks. Thus, the project stalled. So true, right? But you're making it your own, and you pulled it back out, and good for you for keeping it going. She says, Becca goes on, she says, in 2019, my year is my year for finishing things. She said, I recently had the label for the back made, and it gives the years as 2016 to 2019, so it will get done this year, LOL. Fabric and the pattern is from So Much Fun in Columbus. Well, hello to So Much Fun in Columbus, Georgia. Thank you for sharing that with us, Becca. Thank you for all your wisdom. And if you haven't, check out Becca Clash over at Stitch Tube? Oh boy. Floss Tube, not Stitch TV. That's another show. Floss Tube. She's doing those, and she has over 700 followers to date. So check her out. She's a talent. Okay, let's see who else is out there. Oh, I know. Becky has just finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quilt tops. She sent that in. Look at all those quilt tops. Is that not beautiful? Again, that's Becky from Studio on the Hill over in Holliston. I just love her colors. She does these. Oftentimes Kaif is involved, although she's branching out a bit. It's wonderful. And branching out is not necessary. You can do Kaif fabric all day long, every day. Oh, and here's another thing that she has shared with us. It's a t-shirt quilt, an improv t-shirt quilt. Can you see the Chilmark Road Race t-shirts? But check out all the other fabrics in that. That's what we're going to be doing starting next week. We are going to be making improv t-shirt quilts, and I will have a guest. So make sure to tune in for that. I think for now, that's what I wanted to share. I wanted to say hello. Have a great Labor Day weekend. I will try to go live again at 8 p.m. But if that doesn't work, you'll know by now, hopefully. And you will have seen this and know that I'm thinking of you. I want you to keep on being creative. Do what you love to do. That's what it's all about. Enjoy yourselves. And thanks for watching. And now I have to get up and go walk around to the camera and figure out how to say goodbye and turn it off. Okay? Bye, everyone. Oh, that you can see the rest of my studio. We don't want that. Okay. Share with your subscribers. Okay. Share. Got it. Bye, everyone. Goodbye again. Yes, I do want to stop streaming. Goodbye.